Have you ever found yourself intrigued by the extraction shooter scene, dreaming of diving into intense, survival-driven gameplay, yet feeling completely deterred by the competitive aspect? It's a common dilemma for gamers who crave the thrill of survival without the pressure of competing against others. Well, today I have something truly unique and captivating to introduce you to. Let me take you on a journey to the surreal, mysterious, and utterly dangerous landscapes of the Pacific Northwest, but not as you know it. Welcome to Pacific Drive, a game that promises not just an adventure, but a fight for survival, with a twist that sets it apart from anything you've experienced before. At its heart, Pacific Drive is a first-person driving survival game that transports players into a reimagined Pacific Northwest, now known as the Olympic Exclusion Zone. This isn't just any survival game, it's a journey where your car is your only ally against a world filled with supernatural dangers and anomalies. Each trip out of your makeshift garage home base is a venture into the unknown, with the environment itself challenging you at every turn. From managing your car's condition and fuel to upgrading its defenses against the zone's myriad threats. Pacific Drive tests your ability to adapt, survive, and uncover the mysteries of the land. It's a game where the thrill of exploration and survival takes center stage, set against a backdrop of eerie landscapes and unexplained phenomena, pushing you to see how far you can go when it's just you and your station wagon against an unforgiving, vicious world. The reason I liken Pacific Drive to an extraction shooter lies in its core gameplay mechanics, yet it beautifully diverges with a unique twist. Just like in an extraction shooter, you chart your course, setting your sights on a specific zone within the vast and enigmatic Olympic Exclusion Zone. Your mission? To loot and gather as much as you can, navigating through a landscape rife with supernatural threats and anomalies. But here's where the game truly stands out. As the clock ticks, your final goal is to make a frantic dash to the extraction portal, racing against time to escape with your bounty. The catch? There are no other players to battle or outmaneuver. Instead, your adversary is the zone itself, and more specifically, the mysterious, all-consuming storm that threatens to erase everything in its path. It's a game of strategy, survival, and solitary confrontation against the elements, where the thrill of the looting and extraction gameplay is intensified by the looming presence of the storm, making every expedition a gripping fight for survival. Once you've narrowly escaped the clutches of the zone and its relentless storm, making it back to your safe house, an abandoned car garage that serves as your sanctuary and base of operations, the real magic begins. Here, the treasures you've risked everything to obtain come into play. The items you've looted can be used to upgrade and reinforce a myriad of components, enhancing your car's durability, fuel efficiency, and even its defense capabilities against the supernatural forces of the zone. This upgrade system is the heartbeat of Pacific Drive, enabling you to embark on even more daring runs into the increasingly perilous areas of the exclusion zone. It's this compelling game loop of venture, gather, upgrade, and repeat that hooks you in. The game masterfully balances risk with reward, and making each successful return not just a relief, but a triumph that fuels your next foray. Pacific Drive is fun, it's addicting, and it captures that elusive just more run feeling in a way few games can. While Pacific Drive may not boast the most cutting-edge, hyper-realistic graphics, it champions a distinct, predetermined art style that leans towards the cartoonistic. Far from detracting from the game's immersive qualities, this artistic choice enhances the overall experience, imbuing the world with a unique charm and character. The design and aesthetic of the car in particular is a standout feature. Every detail from the dashboard to the exterior is crafted with care, evoking a sense of nostalgia and innovation reminiscent of sitting behind the wheel of a homemade DeLorean from Back to the Future. This choice of art style not only sets the game apart, but also enriches the player's connection to their vehicle, making every moment spent navigating the perilous Olympic Exclusion Zone feel both thrilling and intimately personal. The game's visuals serves as a reminder that immersion isn't solely about how lifelike the graphics are, but about how effectively the game's world and its elements can captivate and engage the player's imagination. Initially, I was concerned about overlooting and spending too much time gathering resources, but I quickly retracted that thought. The sheer volume of items to unlock and construct in Pacific Drive is astonishing. The game offers an expansive array of upgrades and tools that encourage exploration and experimentation. Every venture feels rewarding, as there's always something new to discover and add to your arsenal. Maximizing your loot during expeditions is crucial, and Pacific Drive introduces an ingenious way to do so through the use of specialized tools. When scanning items for loot, employing the recommended tool significantly increases your haul. This mechanic adds a layer of strategy to looting, encouraging players to think crucially about their inventory and how best to use it. Diving into Pacific Drive, you'll quickly realize that knowledge is as valuable as the physical loot you gather. There's a considerable amount of reading involved to fully grasp your objectives and the secrets of the zone. This aspect enriches the game's narrative depth and encourages players to engage with the world on a deeper level, piecing together the story as they progress. Managing the loot you've painstakingly collected can be overwhelming, but thankfully the autovac is here to streamline the process. This handy tool effectively clears up after your looting sprees, neatly organising your haul in your home base. It's a small but incredibly satisfying feature that makes inventory management a breeze. The Fabricator is the cornerstone of your upgrade system, acting as the bread and butter for enhancing your survival capabilities. Constant attention to the Fabricator is essential, as the game offers an extensive range of upgrades for your car and your garage of personal gear and tools. The possibilities seem endless, making it a critical stop after each expedition. Whilst Pacific Drive delivers an immersive survival experience, the user interface can sometimes detract from the gameplay. The UI is occasionally cluttered and confusing, which can hinder navigation and inventory management. A cleaner, more intuitive design would greatly enhance the overall experience. But I understand there's a lot of information to show here. To maximize your efficiency and enjoyment in the game, I recommend tweaking a few settings. Enable all of the convenience settings to receive essential warnings through the UI rather than just relying on the car's dashboard. Additionally, turning on the loot highlight and high visibility settings is crucial, as the game's dark environment can make items difficult to spot. These adjustments make for a smoother and more accessible gameplay experience. The sound design in Pacific Drive is a standout feature, enhancing the game's immersion. The distinct audio experiences inside and outside the vehicle are meticulously crafted. Outside, sounds are crisp and clear as if through headphones, while inside they resonate as though emanating from the car's radio. This attention to auditory detail significantly contributes to the game's atmospheric depth. As for the game's completion and storyline, I'm treading carefully to avoid any spoilers, but what I can share is my genuine excitement every time I power up my PlayStation to dive back into the zone. The measure of a game's worth can sometimes be boiled down to its cost versus the hours of enjoyment it provides. My friends and I at the gaming studio I work for, we've come to the consensus that if a game offers at least 1 hour of gameplay for every dollar or pound spent, it's a considered great investment. With Pacific Drive priced at $30 or £25, I'm confident in saying that it easily meets, if not exceeds, this benchmark. The game promises 25 to 30 hours of captivating gameplay, making an excellent purchase for anyone looking for value and fun. I strongly recommend adding Pacific Drive to your collection for a unique and rewarding gaming experience.